Hey there! Tonight, we're stepping back to the edges of history, not to castles or kings, but to the lives of medieval peasants. The ones who toiled without glory, surviving plagues, hunger, and endless hardships with a quiet strength most of us couldn't endure for a day. If this slow, calm history helps you unwind, feel free to like and subscribe, but only if it truly brings you peace. Let me know in the comments where you're listening from and what time it is. It's comforting to know who's out there falling asleep to the same quiet story. Dim the lights, turn on a fan for that soft hum, and settle in. Let's begin at the edge of the map, in a nameless village in a shallow valley. Far from roads or royal eyes. The world ends at the trees, a dense forest that barely tolerates your presence. Fields stretch in irregular patches, worked to exhaustion. To the north, a river exists only in rumors, like dragons or saints. This is where you were born and will die, perhaps 60 steps apart. Homes are rough, slumped huts of wattle and daub, mud, straw, and sticks, patched endlessly. Roofs sag under thatch, always leaking. The village smells of wet wool, smoke, earth, and livestock. The road is a muddy track worn by ox carts, collecting rainwater and mosquitoes. No important visitors come, days pass quietly, timed by the sun or a distant bell. A dozen families live here, everyone knows everyone's troubles but ignores them until necessary. The elder, Tom, claims wisdom from once talking to a monk. His healthy goat is proof enough. No written records exist, boundaries are past the old elm or where the ground gets soft. Disputes end with a shrug or shared bread. No school, tavern, or inn. Strangers are rare, fascinating, and terrifying. No one leaves, the forest hides bandits, and cities are like myths of talking animals. You stay for the familiar, leaking roofs, bubbling stew, known firewood spots. Safety and routine, even if dull. You wake with light, sleep when it fades, work in between. Seasons bleed together, time is measured by harvests, dry ones, wet ones, the bad with black rot, the good where even old Marjorie smiled. News of wars or kings arrives diluted, losing urgency. The Lord Steward collects grain, asks questions, you answer carefully. You've never met the king, but pray his name, just in case. In your lifetime, you'll walk hundreds of miles in circles. Most never travel beyond a few miles from birth, not from lack of curiosity, but because the world beyond doesn't belong to them. The next village, 5 miles away, feels foreign. Travel is dangerous, dark forests with boars and wolves, bandits eyeing the well-fed. No maps, just go to the leaning pine, left at the stone like a sleeping pig. Getting lost means vanishing, no one searches, practicalities bind you, who tends fields or feeds animals if you're gone? The steward won't accept absence. Even arriving elsewhere brings suspicion, different dialects, no coin, strange customs. Outsiders mean disease or crime, hospitality is scarce. Home is safest, familiar, leaking roofs, wandering chickens, helpful neighbors, rare travelers, merchants, monks bring stories of stone cities and spice shops. You listen but don't dream hard. You can't read, own nothing, what would you do there? You stay, mending fences, tending barley, hoping stew doesn't burn. The village has gossip, conflict, weather, sickness, joys, the rhythm of bells, turning seasons, pride in surviving. Some leave, the desperate or reckless. A young man seeks work or adventure, he returns limping, with stories, or not at all. He went beyond the trees, they say. For stayers, life is small but known. Not lonely, shared with family, neighbors, land. Comfort in repetition, warmth's value without cinnamon, love without crossing kingdoms. As years pass, aches deepen, children grow, travel fades not with regret, but understanding. You were meant to stay, your home is no blueprint, just mud and wood, a compromise with weather. Frame from bent timbers, woven with branches, wattle, slathered in daub, mud, straw, manure. It dries cracking, smells earthy. Roof, layered thatch, fraying. Leaking buckets catch drips. Floor, packed dirt, softening in rain, cracking in frost, rushes cover it, turning to dust. Windows, shuttered openings, no glass, wind, cold, animals enter. Door, crooked, latched with peg, keeping chickens in, inside, one shared room, sleep, eat, cook, mend. Hearth of stone or clay, smoke through roof hole, no chimney, air smoky and damp. Furniture, table, bench, chest. Beds, straw-stuffed frames, shared, squeaky, wool blankets heavy, never dry. Storage, rafters for garlic, onions, herbs. Animals inside for warmth, cow in corner, chickens, goats. Noises blend, clucks, shuffles, creaks. Nothing level, floor dips, walls bulge like breathing. Fix what you can, ignore the rest. It's not built to last, but to survive storms. Yet it's home, block cold with sacks, no light through slats. Strangers see poverty, you see resourcefulness. A holding roof is victory, burning fire a blessing. At day's end, amid snores and smoke, you feel presence, this space held, and so have you. Food isn't an experience, it's a daily problem. Kitchen, hearth corner, no pantry. Pottage, eternal stew in the pot, never fully new, cabbage, leeks, barley, legumes, garlic, winter-dried beans, rare salted pork or bone-boiled days. Earthy, gray flavor eaten for survival, a warm victory, bread, hard. Dense rye or barley, wheat for lords, small, heavy loaves, questionable flours in hard times, even bark for famine bread, bitter, barely digestible. Trenches, old bread as plates, soaked in stew, eaten last. Protein rare, don't eat livestock, use every pig part if slaughtered. Fish restricted by lords, church forbids meat Fridays/Lent, beaver tails counted as fish, dairy, milk turns to cheese/butter quickly, cut mold, use sour. Drinks, unsafe water, so weak ale, small beer, for all, low alcohol kills bacteria. Cider of fruit, wine/mead rare. Vegetables bulk, cabbage, onions, turnips, white/purple carrots eaten root to leaf. Fruit seasonal, apples, berries, dried for winter. No sugar, honey rare. Herbs, parsley, sage for medicine/tradition, meals shared by fire, no courses, just pot and bread. Feasts rare, roasted bird, hard dough pies. Most days, scrape bowl, soak bread, drink ale, full enough for evening. Comfort in repetition, watching hands prepare same meal. You own little land, tools, animals, house, but all belongs to the Lord up the hill. You're a villain, bound to land, can't leave without permission. Relationship via steward, owes labor, corvée, worklords fields unpaid, taxes, grain portion, wool, eggs, ale, bacon, fish. Mill/oven fees, illegal to grind/bake home, marriage, inheritance, moving fees. Livestock/tools taxed. In return, theoretical protection from bandits/invasions, famine grain, rarely free, court for disputes, not free. Feudalism, obligations, hierarchy, landowners rule, workers obey, manor, stone/timber, thick thatch, tapestries. Lord eats well, knows your numbers via steward's records. Fail obligations, fines. Confiscated tools/land. System stable, predictable, grind of give. Occasionally, Lord gives feast or waves labor, keeping balance. Not friendly, but enduring. You bow, use right words, not for deserving, but avoiding trouble, faint hope of reward. Sickness is constant, cuts, fleas, bad water lead to infection, fever. No hospitals, wise woman/midwife boils herbs, monk if lucky. Stay home, sweat, hope. Theories, miasma, bad air, herbs/vinegar rags, divine punishment for sin, evil eye, moon phases, cures, bleeding/leeches for humors, poultices of herbs/mud, amulets, onions buried, life chicken tied to infection. Sickness isolating, you work till can't, given broth/prayers. Passes or not, death recognized by signs, plagues, smallpox, leprosy, dysentery, flu sweep villages. Black Death, 14th century buboes, fever, quick death, waves kill masses, villages vanish. Flee useless, turn to prayer, whipping, blaming outsiders. Church explains/comforts, monks die. Mass graves. Yet life continues, clean homes, share herbs, survive with resilience. Night isn't peaceful, silent like a cave, full of creaks. Ends with failing light, world shrinks to hearth. No candles, tallow for emergencies. Sleep in 2 acts, first after dusk, waking midnight, second till dawn. Adapted to long darkness, mattress straw/feathers or rushes/earth, shared room for warmth, even animals inside. No privacy associated with punishment. Sleep clothed, boots on, layer wool/fur. Closeness secure amid snores, shifts, midnight waking, pray, stir coals, reflect. Dreams vivid, veil to dead/sacred. Second sleep heals. Dangers, wolves howls, thieves, fires, ghosts/demons. Rituals, iron by door, cross over hearth, herbs hung, body vulnerable and sleep, soul wanders. Cover mirrors, face bed to fire. Cold seeps, fear uncertainty, illness strikes. Morning, count bodies, stir coals, share dreams, wheat equals prosperity, snake equals illness. Church warns devil's dreams, pray to ease soul, hunger manageable, stretch, ration. Famine breaks rules, fields fail, cellar bare. See it coming, patchy crops, stunted wheat. Shrink portions, thin stew, smaller bread. Stop feeding animals, boil weeds/roots/bark, children quiet, village silent, no laughter. Manner may not help, church gives alms. Body changes, feel ribs, bruise easy, cold hurts. Eat non-food, leather, rats. Dreams of feasts, wake chewing tongue, graveyard grows, mourn silently. Ends steadily, rain. Seeds germinate. Save harvest for children/elders, eat slowly, remember tricks. Filled again. Church marks you at baptism, organizes life. Priest, calendar, counselor reads, holds mysteries. Mass in Latin, mouthed rhythms, believe transformation. Calendar sacred, Lent, fast, Easter, feast, saints' days. Tithe, 1/10 yielded grain, eggs to barn, gives stories, reasons, cow dies, pray saint, child ill attest/punishment. Relics, bone/tooth for healing. Saints for everything, Apollonia teeth, Sebastian plague. Deals, promise bread/pilgrimage, pilgrimage, leave village, walk to shrine, changed on return. Death, priest oils, eases soul, buried sacred ground, masses paid to shorten purgatory. Fear, hell for rebels. Church explains suffering, holy, purifying, meek inherit earth. Structure in chaos, peace, even burdensome, peasants revolt rarely, not naive/cowardly, but survivors lacking margin. System ancient, rooted in habits, labor/grain/church. Step out, high cost, soldiers, excommunication, penalties worse than death, resistance quiet, gossip, rude songs, hidden pig/sack. Practical, weather governs, not ideology. Church teaches suffering holy, rewards next life, hell for proud. Dreams of better, but endure, persistence their rebellion, they outlasted lords, keeping culture, faith, families. Songs, stories, knowledge past. Built world without owning it. In endurance without hardening, they defied. History forgets, but they were the thread, maybe that's the greatest rebellion.